Welcome back. In this video, we're going to talk about the executive summary of the business plan. The executive summary is probably the most important part of the business plan. Now, in contents, in terms of like a table of contents in a business plan, it's usually one of the first things that you see. Now, there is no magic length to how long an executive summary should be, but remember, it's a summary. Okay? I normally say about 2 pages, single-spaced, is what the summary should be, or the executive summary of your business plan. And what you want to try to do in those 2 pages is incorporate all the stuff that's in here, but do it in words. You also want to remember, or think of an executive summary as kind of like an appetizer, right? So you want your writing, and you have to be careful. You don't want to be too literary and over the top with enthusiasm and flowery language, but you want to, at least in a subtle way, articulate a sense of excitement. Think of this as like an appetizer to the rest of the business plan. You want them to read your executive summary and say, you know what, this sounds really cool, I want to read more. So keep that in your mind. Remember that you want to include potentiality in there. You want to include maybe a small vignette or an anecdote of how you came across the idea for a business, right? You're basically and I hate to use these terms, but it's we're going to use them anyhow. You want to include like a problem statement and how you're solving that problem. Again, thinking back to the last video, one of my former students, she got pulled over by a cop, and the cop was so impressed by her mother's hair that she wanted to know if my former student would do her hair too. A police officer wasn't worried about giving this person a traffic ticket, she was all of a sudden worried about her hair. That illustrates a very, very strong problem statement, and her business was to have a hair salon to solve that problem statement. Did you see what I mean? And you can tell that story in a professional way, even in a somewhat evocative way, but you don't want to just be over the top, but at least enough of a problem and solution statement in the executive plan to get them to want to read more. And I usually start with the problem and solution statement like in the first paragraph, and here's the reason why. A lot of the people that are going to read your business plans are probably busy banking executives, busy venture capitalists, whatever, and probably they have the attention span of a flea. Not because they're bad people, but you got to remember, maybe they have a stack of business plans like this high. There's maybe like 500 of them. They're going to look very quickly like the first paragraph of the business plan, interested or not, no, throw it away. Oh, okay. Interesting problem and solution statement. Let me read the rest of this executive summary. And then, after they've read the rest of the executive summary, they'll decide whether they want to read the rest of the business plan or not. So the executive summary is so important here for that reason. Okay? You want to give like an appetizer. You want to tease the reader into reading the rest of that plan. Good problem solution statement or opportunity / problem and solution statement is important. Don't overwhelm your reader with lots and lots of details in those 2 pages, right? Just a couple, like 2 or 3 sentences here, 2 or 3 sentences here, here, etc. Some people say that you want to include a lot of financial data in the executive summary. I don't really think so. I think you should include just enough so that they'll want to flip to that portion of your actual business plan. Another important point for the executive summary is that it's normally the last thing that you write. Yes, it goes up front, but write it at the end when you've already done everything else with the business plan, because as you're writing your business plan, you're going to change your mind a lot, make new decisions, go back, that's normal, right? So make this the last thing you write, and that way otherwise you're just going to be rewriting this thing over and over and over every time you change your mind with all this other stuff, okay? Well, great. This has been the executive summary of the business plan. I hope you've enjoyed this playlist, or pardon me, I hope you've enjoyed this video. As always, give me a thumbs up if you like this, comment down below, and make sure you subscribe. Awesome. I'll see you in the next video.